So I want to inspire you to understand that many people want wealth, and they want abundance. But if they were to see a video of themselves all day long, if they saw a video of one day of how they were living, and they understood that their personality creates their personal reality, and that person was living in lack and living in frustration, living in the emotions of the past, that is not a person who is abundant. That we generate abundance. That's what we do. We generate it. It's an energy. And then we study abundant people. We study masters. We study people that have done it. And you'll see that they failed numerous times. You'll see that they had a lot of trials. They had a lot of betrayals. They had a lot of loss. It never stopped them from their vision. And when they felt so worthy and so abundant that they had all their needs met, they felt so whole that it was no longer about their abundance. It was about who they became. When the abundance finally did come, they wound up giving it away anyway because they knew how to create abundance. And it's not a simple 1, 2, 3 process. It's a constant state of change. It's a constant practice. And yes, people have created a lot of wealth in this work. They've created a lot of abundance, and when they've created it, all they've wanted to do was to give back and make a difference in the world anyway. So, our model is to take philosophy and to initiate it and to begin to master it. To learn with our head, to practice and apply with our hands, and then to ultimately know it by heart. To go from mind to body to soul, from thinking to doing to being, from knowledge to experience and to wisdom. And if this was easy, everybody would be doing it. But I can tell you that the people who stick with it, the people that take the time to fill their brain with knowledge, the right kind of knowledge, not superstitious, dogmatic information, but information that is based in scientific reason. Not being a scientist, but understanding that science is the language to do it. People who take the time to fill their brain with knowledge. Every time they show up and sit down to do the work, every time they make a choice to do it, they're believing in possibility. People who don't do the work on a subconscious or unconscious level don't believe it's possible for them. They don't know that it is possible for them, and I say to them, if not now, when? Because when you believe in yourself and you sit down to do this work, you have to believe in possibilities. And when you believe in possibilities, my God, you're going to have to believe in yourself. And that means you can't blame your past, you can't blame your ex, you can't blame your parents, you can't blame your boss. Sooner or later, whatever emotions we feel because of whatever experiences that happened in the past, sooner or later, we're going to have to overcome those emotions and stop telling the story of the past and really start telling a better story of the future. And when you start believing in your future more than you believe in your past, when you're more in love and excited about your future than you are romancing your past, then your body is going to wake up in the morning and it's going to want you to create. How do I know that? Because so many people in this work, they do the work every day, not because it's a have to. They understand that they're creators and they don't want to stop doing the work because they don't want the magic to end in their life. They would never miss a day, not for any other reason, because when they interact with this divine intelligence that lives in every human being, independent of your race, color of your skin, your culture, the country you're from, your sexual preference, the diet, the food you eat, your age, independent of all these things that people use to create separation. That intelligence lives in every human being, and it is a divine intelligence. And we now know when people run into it, and they connect to it, and they surrender their identity, their individuality, their separation in matter, and become pure consciousness and let go and trust in the unknown. When they connect and they experience that arousal, that bliss, that ecstasy, that wholeness that's felt in every single cell in their body, they're no longer seduced by the outer world, saying that I need that person or that experience to bring me this feeling. They're connecting with something within them. And when they have this moment, it seems like their past is washed away. They look back at their past and they see it was all necessary for them to experience that moment. And that's the moment they're no longer defined by their past. That's the moment their past is washed away, and the story of their past changes because they're viewing it from a greater level of consciousness. And so the effects of that many times are a biological change, instantaneous change in a person's health, instantaneous change in a person's unconscious programs that keep them repeating the same patterns in their life, instantaneous mystical moment. And to the profane, to the person who's impatient, the person who feels entitled that they don't understand why they didn't have it, they're looking at that person and they think that that person just had one lucky moment where they connected. But what they don't know is that person never missed a day of doing the work for the last 9 months, and it was their time. And they were humble enough to surrender their identity completely to connect to a greater consciousness. And I want that for our community, because when we start interacting and creating from the field instead of from matter, we will do amazing things. We will heal people because we have healed ourselves. And so yes, I know you have many questions. I assure you, I have as many questions as you do. And being responsible for searching out those answers for you. Searching out the best understanding of what you're doing in this work, and understanding why you're doing it, and keeping that model going in your mind. That should be the conversation that you should have with people that you love in your life. Now, does this mean that you can't live life? My goodness, my message has never been that. My message has never been to abstain from life. My message has always been to engage in life, to love with all your heart, to experience a great meal, to experience the sunset, experience the joy and the freedom of creation and expression. My goodness, the more conscious we become, the more we interact with this field, the more we are aware of the smell, the taste, the feel, the look, the light, the sound of everything that is right in front of us that we're unconscious to. And so I wanted to spend a little time with all of you and inspire you to unify as a community, to connect with one another in the highest form, to support one another on this wonderful platform for the greatest good, to give one another the proper information. If I see a person asking, why does Dr. Joe do his meditations at 4 in the morning, or what is the reason for it, the answer is you can find that in the books that I write. I mean, you can find that answer. It makes sense. I'm not doing it just because I want to get up at 4 in the morning. It's just because I want a mystical experience, and there's brain chemistry to support that. So I want you to become fluent in this model. I want you to understand that it's not enough to know. It's important for us to know how. And I have had dry spells in my own evolution and my own journey, sometimes for over a year. And I was thinking all along that I was doing something wrong, or what was I not doing right. And all this time, in this 1 year, I'm studying, I'm learning, I'm researching, I'm self-examining, I'm reflecting, I'm working more, I'm putting more intention, I'm surrendering more, I'm asking what surrender is. I'm doing all these things, and during this 1 year dry spell, I'm making the most profound changes that I've made in many years. And so just because you're creating and things don't appear in your life, you think you're doing something wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. It's a process of discovery. And when you arrive at that experience in your life, when you have that aha moment and you understand what you're doing, when you create some outcome and you feel so whole that you no longer even care if you need it any longer, or you don't even care if you're going to heal any longer because you feel so amazing, you're happy with who you are, that is where the magic begins to happen.
We are back with Complete the Quote challenge. Can you complete the quote and give us the right answer? All you need to do is to complete the quote or statement that we choose, and if you can do it first, you're the daily winner. Your job is to write the correct answer in the comments below the video, or your guess if you're not sure. In the previous video we were looking for 2 words. The quote belongs to Dr. Joe Dispenza and it goes like this: we are not doomed by... The correct answer is our genes. So we are not doomed by our genes. Congratulations to everyone with the correct answer. Today we are looking for 2 words and the quote also belongs to Joe Dispenza. The quote goes like this: we don't perceive things the way they are, we perceive things the way... Write your answers in the comments below the video, and if you like this video, give your thumbs up and share it with your friends. Be the first one and win this challenge. Did you understand what Joe Dispenza said? What was your favorite part of this video? Tell me everything in the comment section. If you don't want to miss my new videos and challenges, subscribe and hit the bell button and you'll be notified when my new video is published. Help me make this video popular by sharing it. If you really like what we do here and want to support us, you can join our channel and our community for a symbolic fee and gain many other additional features. You can do that by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button, or you can click on the link in the description of this video. Stay good and have a great day!
Kia lại khiến đôi mắt của em thêm sầu. Vì sao em đi không để lại lý trí, chẳng để lại anh khi nước mắt còn rơi, còn rơi. Vì sao em đã vội quên đi bao câu hứa mình còn cho nhau, quên đi bao nỗi đau mình dành. Vì sao em đã vội quên đi những lời hứa ngày nào, vì dòng nước mắt em đã vội rơi. rồi. Anh như say ngủ mất môi, anh như chỉ còn muốn em bên cạnh như ở phố xa rồi. Anh chỉ muốn em cạnh đấy thôi, không muốn em ở bên đời, chỉ muốn em cạnh bên người. Người đã gỡ bước đi xa trong cơn mưa chiều vội vã, người đã bước bên anh khi cơn mưa qua gần vội vã. Em đã quên rồi mà anh sống đây như mơ bé, chẳng còn lại gì những người em bao nước mắt rơi. Em khiến con tim như trôi vai trong chiều thu đầy nắng, em khiến con tim như tan mưa trong chiều thu mát màng. Vì còn nhiều lắm những người vàng, nhiều lắm những nỗi vội vàng, nhiều lắm những cơn mưa em mượn ra bây giờ đơn vang rộng mơ ngược bài dương sang. Đừng bay em còn thơ đôi bay anh còn người ta xưa ta chẳng còn giữ nhau, chẳng để giữ lấy em khi cơn mưa về đến. Và chẳng cần nhau khi anh với em cùng một đêm trôi, em ơi ta còn gì nữa đâu một cơn mưa ngày hôm qua, ta còn lại gì nữa đâu khi em